As I mentioned in my previous video, I've decided to use 80 grit for this 28-foot radius dish. So I need to cut this closer to a circle. It's not going to matter that much. I'll sand mostly in the center anyway. But I have found the easiest way to cut these cloth-backed pieces of sandpaper is with a pair of tin snips. So I'm right-handed, and these are actually not tin snips, these are aviator snips, but they cut right to left. I think they make them that cut straight and they cut left to right, but since I'm right-handed, this is what I bought sometime in the 70s. So I've had these a while. That should work. I'd love to have the whole thing covered with a round disc, but I'm not going to pay that price. Okay. This will help me when I go to glue it back on. Or to glue it on. Not back on, but glue it on. Let me see if I can do something to prevent overspray. I'd rather do this outside, but it is looking like rain, and the humidity, when I checked, was 95%, standard for Louisiana. And as a precaution, I'll wear this. Okay, I'll come back in a few minutes and stick that on. Okay, I'm going to leave the fans on while I do this because it kind of stinks in here. It's close enough. That ought to be stuck down pretty good. Yeah, it didn't have much to go. I probably could have done this first before I glued these together. Probably should have done these. Okay, I'll come back after lunch and do that some more. So, I wonder how well this will work. It technically doesn't matter where I put this on the dish because it's a 28-foot radius for the whole thing. But what if this is below the center point, so that should work nicely. If I take that off of the plane, then that will speed this up quite a bit. Yeah, I did. Yeah. maybe 60 grit was better after all. I keep wanting to say 60 degree, but 60 grit. Maybe 60 grit was better. At this point, I'm glad I didn't put 100 grit on. Make sure I don't go under 9/16 because that's the final dimension I want. A little bit right here. One little section. It's hard not to press down in that spot because that kind of defeats the purpose. Okay, I think that's it. Looks fairly even, considering these were already tapered on this end, but I'll taper them a lot more when I finish the braces. Okay, that looks pretty good. That'll work. I'll measure this a little better before I cut it, but that's roughly where I'll notch for the tone braces and the bridge plate. I need to cut this right here with a 1-inch bandsaw blade. That's going to be real exciting. I know I can make this cut and this cut, but I don't know how I'm going to turn it to make this cut. I'll figure that out. I also need to cut it right across here, and I'll use this material and this material for bridge plates, and obviously that's going to be some nice looking guitars at some point. So let me get set up and see what I can do. Well, I had to transfer it to the back side so I could get to it. And maybe I can do that with a jigsaw. We'll see. Let's see if this works. Yeah, that worked. close enough?